In this tutorial I want to show you how to make your own photo Christmas card. Very popular thing around Christmas time is to make your own customized cards, and there are many packages, software packages out there available to buy which will customize your own cards. However, you don't necessarily have to buy one of those. If you have Microsoft Word on your computer, you can use it. So I'm going to show you how to do that in Microsoft Word. So the first thing we need to do is to open up Microsoft Word, and we need to set up our page. So our page is going to be in landscape form, so we go to File, Page Setup, we rotate it to Landscape, we go OK to that, and then we come up here to the Zoom tool, drop down the Zoom and go to Whole Page. Now we can see the whole page. And basically the picture you need to have in your head is that the front of your card is going to be in this area and the message of your card is going to be in this area here. So we'll make the message first. It's a very easy thing to do. So we simply get a text box. We click to put in the text box. We're going to put it in the bottom right hand corner, and we're going to write a very simple little message. We'll bring the size of it up here to maybe size 28 or so. So we're going to say, hope you've been good all year, and that Santa brings you what you want. And then we'll say Happy Christmas. Okay, so that's fine. We'll put in an exclamation mark just to customize that a little bit. The size is pretty good there. We'll select all of that, we'll centralize it, we'll move it over just the tiniest little bit. We might want to have a look at a different font. So if we drop down the fonts here, we can see that there's that calligrapher one is quite a nice one, and there it is. Now what we do want to do is to leave a little bit of space here for you to write Dear Auntie Mary or Dear Uncle John, and to sign your name down the bottom. So this is just a generic message and greeting that you're going to send to everybody, and you'll customize it, individualize it then by putting the individual greetings above and below. We won't want to have this, when I click away, we won't want to have that border there around the text box. So we'll simply highlight it, right click, go down to Format the Text Box, and where it has line, we'll click in there and ask for no line and go OK. That's under Colors and Lines. When we click away now, it will have taken away the lines and we have our text box there. You might ask, why did I put a text box in at all if I'm going to be taking it away? The idea is that I can move it very easily in one unit if I have it in a text box. So most of you would have been comfortable enough with doing that. It's the photo part that's going to be the interesting part. So the next thing we want to do is to find a border for the front of our card. So we go to Google here and we're going to go for an image search, and we want a border, and we want the border to be related to Christmas. So we'll search images for borders related to Christmas, and it brings me back a whole load of borders here. So I scroll through looking at all the borders, and there's a very nice border, so we'll click on that. That will open it up here, and we'll click on it again, and it gives me the full size border. That's going to be lovely for my picture, so I right click on that and I save the image as, and I'm going to save it into a folder that I've already made in my pictures called Cards. So I save it in there, click into Cards, Christmas Gallery, and save. Now it tells me I already have this because I've downloaded this picture before. So I now have it saved, and I can then go back to Microsoft Word. Now I want to insert this picture here, so I'll simply go to Insert Picture from File. Now it opens the last place I was, which was in the Cards folder. If it didn't open it, I would have to drop down the window here and navigate to my pictures and the Cards folder, which I created already. So this is the one, the gallery, the border picture, and I bring it in. Now when I click on it, it has black handles around the edge, And this is the part that we need to get right. I double click on the picture. I go to the Layout tab. I click on Tight and I go OK. Now, my other thing has disappeared here. Don't worry about that for the moment. I'm going to resize and I'm going to turn this upside down. So you see the little green handle up here. When I point to that, I get a little circle. Rotate, click and hold and rotate it, turn the picture upside down and put it up into the top left hand corner and size it out. Okay, my picture down here, my greeting has moved, don't worry about that, I can just put it back where I want it. So now I have more or less where I want this to be. Now it should be 1/4, if you picture in your head a quarter of the page for each of these. So there's a quarter blank, another quarter blank. This bottom right is for our greeting and the top left quarter is for my picture. Now the next thing I need to do is to actually get a picture to put into it. So I've already got the photograph that I like. It's a photograph of my 3 children and I want to insert a picture from File. It again brings me back to the last place where I was, which is my cards folder in the My Pictures folder. I created this folder earlier. If you can't remember how to make folders, go visit the page that on my website which teaches you how to do that. So I go into the cards and I'm going to take the family portrait picture and I'm going to insert that. Now I made a mistake there. I inserted it into the text box. So I need to click away and try that again. Insert picture from File, and I want to insert this picture and here it comes in on the page. Again, I need to double click on this picture, change the layout to Tight and go OK to that. And now the handles have changed from the black handles to these nice white handles. So I have to resize the picture so that it will fit in here. Resize it so that it fits comfortably. There, it looks nice. And then what I want to do is to find the green handle again and rotate the picture upside down and put it in to my border. And it fits beautifully. The last thing I might want to do would be to put a heading on the top of this, something like Merry Christmas or Happy Christmas or something like that. So in order to do that, I come down to the bottom of my page, my drawing toolbar, and I go to the Insert Word Art shortcut. I'll also find that under Insert Word Art here. So I can put it in that way. Insert picture and it's word art down there if I want to put it in that way. The shortcut is fine. So I click on that and I click a suitable one. I like this third one over here and I go OK to that. And now I have to decide what I'm going to write. So I'm going to write Happy Christmas and I go OK. And just as before, I need to format this. So I right click on it and I go Format Word Art. I change it to Tight, and I'm also going to change the colors and lines. I'm going to change the color of it. The color at the moment, as you can see, is black. I would like the color to be slightly different, so maybe a red color for Christmas, and then the fill color for that I might put as green, just as a contrast, so it'd be red and green. So I'll go OK to that, and now this is my new heading. And as you can see, it fits nicely with the colors that I have here. I will need to resize it and I will need to rotate it. So I put it upside down. So I have my Happy Christmas upside down. I hover over it until I get my 4-way crosshairs, click on it and drop it into where I want it to go. Now the size isn't very good there, so I need to resize again, make it a little bit smaller, and there's a little bit of fiddling around to be done here to get it to fit nicely, and you have to be careful that you don't move the picture and the border in the process of moving this around. But there I have Happy Christmas, I have the picture, I have my border, and I have my message. So now it's simply the process of printing that out, and I can print it as many times as I like, and when I go to fold, I'll fold it across the middle here, and then I'll fold it across the middle here, and if you look at the photos that I have on the website down below of the card on the mantelpiece, you'll see what the finished product looks like.